Did you know that the world, as we know it, was born from chaos? Not the kind of chaos you see in a crowded marketplace, but a primordial, unformed chaos, a swirling vortex of energy and potential. From this chaos, the gods emerged, each embodying a different aspect of the nascent world. Among them was Tiamat, the primordial goddess of the salt sea, a being of immense power and terrifying beauty. Tiamat was not just a goddess. She was the very embodiment of the ocean, her body a vast expanse of water, her breath the salty wind, her tears the rain that nourished the land. Her scales shimmered with the colors of the sunset, her eyes held the secrets of the deep, and her voice, a low, rumbling thunder, could shake the very foundations of the world. But Tiamat was not a benevolent goddess. She was a force of nature, untamed and unpredictable. Her anger was a storm that could drown entire cities, her laughter a tidal wave that could sweep away entire civilizations. She was the embodiment of the wild, untamed power of the sea, a force that could both create and destroy. The world was young, and the gods were still learning their roles. They fought amongst themselves, vying for power and dominion over the nascent world. Tiamat, with her immense power, was a force to be reckoned with. She saw the chaos and the violence of the young gods and was disgusted. She saw their ambition and their greed, and she knew that they would only bring more destruction to the world. She gathered her children, the monstrous offspring of her union with the god Apsu, and she vowed to destroy the gods and restore the world to its primordial state of chaos. Her children were terrifying creatures, each embodying a different aspect of the sea's fury. There was Kingo, the monstrous serpent, his body covered in scales that shimmered like obsidian, his breath a poisonous gas that could suffocate entire armies. There was Huber, the monstrous fish, her body as large as a mountain, her teeth like daggers, her scales as sharp as shards of glass. There was Mu, the dragon, his body a tapestry of scales and feathers, his wings as wide as the sky, his breath a fire that could melt mountains. Tiamat and her children waged war against the gods, a war that shook the very foundations of the world. The gods, led by Anu, the god of the sky, and Enlil, the god of the wind, fought back with all their might. But Tiamat was too powerful, her children too numerous, and the gods were on the verge of defeat. In desperation, Anu and Enlil turned to their younger brother, Marduk, the god of storms. Marduk was a powerful god, but he was also young and inexperienced. He had not yet earned the respect of the other gods, and he was not yet ready to lead. But Anu and Enlil saw something in Marduk, a spark of potential, a glimmer of hope. They offered Marduk a deal. If he could defeat Tiamat and her children, he would be granted dominion over the world. Marduk accepted the challenge, and he set out to face Tiamat. The battle was epic, a clash of titans that shook the very foundations of the world. Marduk fought with all his might, wielding his weapons with skill and fury. He unleashed his storms, his winds, his lightning, and he fought Tiamat with a ferocity that surprised even the gods. But Tiamat was a formidable opponent. She unleashed her fury, her waves crashing against Marduk, her storms battering him, her children attacking him with all their might. Marduk was wounded, but he refused to give up. He fought on, his determination fueled by the hope of victory. Finally, Marduk saw his opportunity. He unleashed his most powerful weapon, a weapon forged by the gods themselves, a weapon that could pierce even Tiamat's defenses. He struck Tiamat with the weapon, and she fell, her body dissolving into the primordial chaos from which she had come. With Tiamat defeated, the gods were victorious. Marduk was hailed as a hero, and he was granted dominion over the world. He created the heavens and the earth, and he established the order of the world. But Tiamat's legacy lived on. Her children, the monstrous offspring of her union with Apsu, were scattered across the world, their power and their fury still a threat to the gods and to humanity. And the sea, the very embodiment of Tiamat, remained a force of nature, untamed and unpredictable, a constant reminder of the power of the primordial chaos. The story of Tiamat is a story of creation and destruction, of power and chaos, of the struggle between order and disorder. It is a story that has resonated with humanity for millennia, a story that speaks to our deepest fears and our greatest hopes. It is a story that reminds us that the world is a dangerous place, a place where the forces of chaos are always lurking, waiting for their chance to break free. But it is also a story of hope, a story of the triumph of order over chaos, of the power of courage and determination to overcome even the most formidable of foes. It is a story that reminds us that even in the darkest of times, there is always hope, and that even the most powerful of forces can be defeated. And so, the story of Tiamat continues to be told. A story that echoes through the ages, a story that reminds us of the power of the primordial chaos and the power of the human spirit to overcome it.